participants who are present in the FTP. And now I'm going to speak about the cybersecurity trends in 2020. Actually, the overall content available in this presentation is we are going to see about what are the risk and emerging cybersecurity trends and what are the possibilities of cybersecurity and which are happened before based on real upcoming issues. We are going to discuss everything here. Okay? And first one is the rise of automotive hacking, and second we are going to see the integrating AI with cybersecurity, and mobile. In the mobile is a very big equipment which can be hacked, because each and every one of us are handling a mobile in our daily life, so that our data are there. And IoT with 5G technologies, in which the risk factors are there, data breaches, automation and integration. And cloud is also a potential vulnerability, because nowadays everything is stored in cloud. And targeted ransomware, state-sponsored cyber warfare, and insight threats. So these are the main contents. In this 10 aspects only, we are going to see what are the trends of 2020 and risk in comes under that which we need to improve the security uh, measures of 2022. So first one is rise of automotive hacking. The first is cybersecurity trend is automotive hacking. So in which I hope everyone knows that in the automotive industries, Internet of Technologies are used, and many automated vehicles are in progress. Like even by Tata, Apple is trying their automotive. Each and every automobile industry is trying self-driven cars. Okay, so slowly it will come in future, self-driven car. Nowadays, many technologies and AI algorithms are implemented in automobile industries. So modern vehicles nowadays come packed with automated software, create seamless connectivity for drivers in cruise control, engine timing, door lock, airbags, advanced systems for drivers' assistance. So these vehicles use Bluetooth Wi-Fi technology to communicate, which also opens them to several vulnerabilities of their threats from hackers. Okay, so because of the user's sophistications, many technologies have been implemented in the automobile industry. So, for example, 360-degree camera is available. Each and every car is having a Wi-Fi connections. It is having a separate SIM card and network recharged to show the maps, nearby locations, and the past histories. So, if you are using a recent car, if it is having a GPS tracker in that, it can show you from the day when if you are using your car for 4 to 5 years, from the day you got the car and till now, what are the places you have visited in that car, how long you stayed there, every data will be available in that system. So obviously it is carrying the user's information. Gaining control of the vehicle using microphones of these stoppers is expected in rise in 2022 with more use of automatic vehicles. Okay? So gaining control of microphones means if a device is exposed to internet, okay, obviously it is at risk. Okay. So likewise, if a vehicle is exposed to internet, it will also be at risk. Okay, so different technologies have been included in the vehicle. Okay, that we can see in the next diagram clearly. Self-driving or autonomous vehicles use and even further complex mechanisms that require strict cybersecurity measures. So whatever the technology we implement in a vehicle, it provides sophistications and it is accurate. Everything is fine, but it need to be protected to keep the system away from the hackers. Otherwise, it will be hacked by the hackers and it will be misused. See, obviously, if a car is in your control, you can drive it safely. If your car is under others' control, it will not be in safe hands. Okay, so nowadays in many movies they are showing high-end cars have been hacked by the hackers and they are misusing it. Okay, that's an example, but it can happen and it is happening in real life. So in this picture, you can see what are the possibilities of hacking car automotive hacking. Okay, the first one is third-party applications can take control of your car. Whoever site satellite connections can take a control, and key for hacking. Personal data will be hacked, and ODB2 hacking, so engine hacking, and spam and advertising. So based on the places and the you have visited, spam and advertisements will be shown to you. Malware and exploits, vehicle to vehicle communication hacking will be there, and vehicle to infrastructure communication hacking will be there. So these are different types of threats for automotive hacking. Second one is integrating AI with cybersecurity. So where are the threats comes when you integrate AI with cybersecurity? So in cybersecurity, itself, we can use artificial intelligence technologies to enhance the security and improve the privacy of the system. So detection, we can use it for detection, problem solving, like that. Okay, so with AI being introduced in all market segments, this technology with a combination of machine learning has brought the tremendous changes in cybersecurity. So AI has been paramount in building automated security system, NLP, natural language processing, face detection, and automatic threat detection. Although it is also being used to develop smart malwares attack to bypass the latest security protocols in controlling data. So AI is not only used for good things; it can be also used to create a malware and threat attacks. It can use it to we can use an AI algorithm to create an attack. So AI-enabled threat detection system can predict new attacks and notify admins for any data breaches instantly, making it next security trend in 2024. So when the attack happens, it will be keep on monitored by the AI algorithm, and in future if the same type of attacks happen means it will intimate the admin more in advance, intimate the admin the possibility of the attack. Okay, that is done by the AI algorithm. So you can see here AI in cybersecurity, what are the things which can be done with the artificial intelligence algorithm, fast detection, and next one is a network security. We can provide the network security, phishing detection, secure authentication, behavior analytics, and preventing online frauds. So you can see here, particularly behavior analytics means based on the behavior of if a 100 employee is working in your company, the roles and responsibilities will be assigned for them in your system. But in some cases, suddenly some employees behavior analysts means some they may try to look into some other's account. They can access some other's data, and apart from their responsibilities, they they will not have any work in that account, but they will be entering and looking into those photos. These are all the behaviors. Okay, based on this behavior analytics, it can expose an inside threat also. So mobile is a new pattern. Nowadays, every one of us are using mobile. Cybertrains provides a considerable increase, 50% of mobile bank malware or attacks. So, okay, everyone are using mobile. After demonetization, every one of us have stopped using cash. Okay, so many of them so using a mobile application, third party applications like Paytm, Google Pay, and Phone Pay to pay amount. Even 5 rupees also we can pay through Phone Pay or GPay. Okay, so we are dependent over the mobile. That the mobile is having all of the information and banking information. See, that mobile is hacked, the user will be at risk. Okay, so it will be best gateway for the hackers to get into each and everyone's bank account and steal money. So all our photos, financial transactions, emails, and message poses more than threats to individuals. Smartphone viruses or malware may capture the attention of the cybersecurity clients in 2020. So while downloading the application unnecessary, visiting the unnecessary sites, will be having the access of malwares. Unknowingly, we may download some softwares. Here are the smartphone security threats. So, in four aspects, will be four ways our mobile is insecure. First one is downloadable application threats, general cybersecurity threats, and network and Wi-Fi threats and physical threats. So downloadable means while downloading some applications or accessing some websites automatically by clicking some links, malware, cyber, or privacy or zero-day vulnerabilities will be downloaded in our mobile devices. And the general cybersecurity threats are phishing, social engineering, uh, drive-by downloads, browser flaws, OS flaws, and data storage. And network and Wi-Fi security is network exploits. I'm sorry. Wi-Fi exploits, cross-platform attacks, and war. And physical threats. Physical threats, obviously, we will lose our mobile phone. Mistakenly, you may drop your mobile phone in some places, in buses or in public transport, or purposefully it might have been the theft, and it can be misused by the hackers. Cloud is also a potentially vulnerable because all of because in olden days we used our own storage to store our data. But when cloud comes, everyone stopped buying storage devices and we store all our data in a cloud. So many cloud service providers are there. AWS, Google Cloud is there, Microsoft Azure is there. Likewise, many private clouds are there. We can store our data and we can pay them as per what we use. And initially, for individual users, many of the companies, cloud service providers are providing free access of clouds. That is to make the user to get practice to use their space after some time or some limit of usage they will charge for the user. So with more and more organizations now established, the cloud security measures need to be continuously monitored and updated to safeguard the data. So even though the cloud service provider provides a huge platform and they provide many number of encrypting techniques and security policies to protect our data. But still, it is at risk because we doesn't hold our data. See, the cloud applications like Google or Microsoft as well equipped with security from their end. Still, the user end acts as a significant source for the errors as malicious software and phishing attacks. If my system username is the very big threat, if they are providing a strong security to the storage, okay, whereas will be strictly secure, okay. But if the user end is compromised, obviously the cloud data can be accessed from the user end, okay. Cloud is also a potential vulnerable in that we are going to see the cloud security challenges. So these are the security challenges in the cloud. It's insufficient identity, credentials, access and key management, and inside threats, limited cloud usage visibility, meta structured and apply structured failures, weak control plan, misconfiguration and the inadequate change control, data breaches, and abuse and nefarious use of cloud services, insecure interfaces of and the application APIs, account hijacking, lack of cloud security architecture and strategy. These are all the different challenges of the cloud, and we need to notice whether each and everything is good before we go for a cloud usage. Data breaches. So data will be continue to be a leading concern for organizations around the world. So everywhere today's world is running behind the data. So whether it be for an individual or the organization, safeguarding digital data is the primary goal. So if we didn't save our data, we will be in a risk. So any minor flaw in your system, browser, or the software is a potential vulnerability for hackers to access personal information. Sorry. Any minor flaws or bugs means in your system means it will be the gateway for the hackers to enter into your system. So before you use a browser, you should be aware you are highly secure. Okay? New strict measures, General Data Protection Regulation (GDP) was enforced from 25th May 2018 onwards, offering data protection and privacy for individuals in European Union. So day by day, the privacy policies have been upgraded, and that will be monitored by the governments. Okay, and security organizations will approve their policies. Similarly, the California Consumer Protection Act was applied after January 1st for safeguarding the consumer rights in the California area. So, here is the very big top 10 data breaches and of all time. So here is we can see the big data breaches, top 10 that which happened. So here the company and the people, number of people affected, and what data got leaked. We can come from the 10th push. So first is the Mossack and Fonseca. 11.5 million leaked data and nearly 2,14,000 offshore companies have been leaked. And at the ninth position, PlayStation is a 77 million data where people have been affected, and what are the contents are leaked or names, address, emails, and the birth dates of the users. And the Anthem is 88 million people were affected. What are the data means social security number and the employment information are leaked. And TK Maxx 94 million people data have been leaked. And what are the data means credit card details and target 110 millions were leaked. In this people information, address, security informations, emails, and credit card details were leaked. And Hotline, yeah, from the company Heartland, 130 million data have been leaked, and the credit card details have been hacked. And from eBay, 145 million people were affected, and their address, credentials, mobile number, and emails have been hacked. From Adobe company, 150 million people have been hacked. Email, password, and credit card information have been leaked. And from the US government, 191 people have been affected. Data which are leaked are birth rates, phone numbers, and party affiliations. That is, voting informations have been leaked. And Code Square ventures to 200 million people were affected. This is one of the top most biggest data breach in which the names, address, and the bank details have been leaked. Is the worldwide spending level, how all the companies worldwide, how much they are spending for improve their security till 2020 have been mentioned here. See here, everything here, the mentioned amounts are in USDs. Okay, so here for security service alone in 2018 they have spent 58,920 USDs, and 2019 they have spent 64,237 for a security service only. For 2020, 64,270 for the security service. But in other cases, many things are there, like network security equipment, consumer security, software, data security, cloud security, infrastructure protection, identity access management, integrated risk management, application security, and other information security softwares. Worldwide, the government is spending this much money in increasing the security because security is very much important. So IoT with 5G technology in this cybersecurity technology is at risk. So next ranging cybersecurity trends for 2022 is the IoT with 5G technology with 5G networks expected to roll out in 2022 globally. So a new era of interconnectivity will become a reality with the Internet of Things. So in this network, because of network only, the cyber threat is happening. This communication between the multiple devices also open fronts for the vulnerabilities for outside influences, attacks, and our own unknown software bugs. When a device is connected with multiple devices, it doesn't know which device is a vulnerable device or which is a malware like that. So it need to be noticed. And even the world's most used browser supported by Google Chrome was found to be have a serious flaws. Even it is not 100% secure. It is also having security issues. The 5G architecture is still efficiently new in the industry and requires a lot of research to find the loopholes to make the system secure from external attacks. Every step of the 5G network might bring a plethora of network attacks that we might not be aware of because that is a new technology based on the usage only the flaws we can identify, but we need to identify it before itself, before the security breach happen. So here manufacturers need to be very strict in building sophisticated 5G hardware and software to control data breaches. So here you see 5W and 1H. In IoT with 5G network, what are the things we need to notice? So first of all, what? First one is what? What means what application like okay, what applications like smartphones, traffic, business, and agriculture, etc. And where applications in which level? Where means in which level? Application level, firmware level, technical resources, communication technologies, etc. And when, in which domain? So in time domain, reactive, proactive, integration of heterogeneous devices or technologies. And who will be that attacker? There might be from the router, the attacker can attack smartphones or BS or base station. Base means base station or mobile edge or network rats or RANs, SDN, etc. And how they will attack? Okay, through data organization, cognitive technologies, computer vision, AI, etc. And why? What is the reason? Spectrum management, um, energy efficiency, high data rate, latency, high interoperability. These are all the 5 Ws and one H we need to notice in IoT with 5G network cybersecurity trends. Automation and integration. So obviously, after doing automation, we need to integrate with the already happening system to make it work efficiently. So here's the next security trends. I'm sorry. Excuse me. With the size of once again, sorry. With the size of data multiplying every day, it is eminent that automation is integrated to give more sophisticated control over the information. So modern hectic work demand also pressurizes professionals and engineers to deliver quick and proficient solutions, making automation more valuable than ever. Security measurements are incorporated during the agile process to build a more secure software in every aspect. So automating and integrating will improve the efficiency of the system. But obviously, we need to notice the cybersecurity point of view. We need to will look into it. Okay, so obviously, when the process is going on good, we should be ensuring the system is secure. If we need to improve the security, we need to encrypt the data. We need to provide the privacy policy for that system. So large and complex web applications are further hard to safeguard. So making automation as well as the cybersecurity to be the vital concept of the software development process. In that software development process, we need to take care of this cybersecurity aspects. We need to implement these things in during the software development. So here you can see the cybersecurity in industrial automation. What all the things need to be noticed? The first one is network security evaluation. So first of all, we are going to connect our device or the machineries to the network. So network security evaluation is first, on robustness and vulnerability scanning should be there. QM assessment and qualification, product testing and certification, because certified product only we need to use in a system. If that product is not certified by the security organization, it will be at risk, and workshops and training should be provided. Workshops and training should be provided to the users using that system, and threat and risk analysis should be performed over the product we are in which we are going to use in the industry. Targeted ransomware. So another significant trend in cybersecurity is that we can't seem to ignore for 2020 in targeted ransomware. So from 2020 itself, the targeted ransom have been increased. Okay, till 2022, still ransomwares and virus malwares are influencing the industry. They are encrypting the data and demanding money, especially in the development of nations. In nation industries relies heavily on the specific software to run their daily activities. So these ransomware targets are more focused, such as the WannaCry attack on the National Health Service hospitals in England, Scotland, corrupted more than 70,000 medical devices. So though generally ransomware has the threaten to publish victims' data unless the ransom is paid. So targeted ransom. So here you can see. So the greater the computer is integrated, is what the ransomware means. What they will do is they will encrypt all our systems, all our data, and they will what they will do, they will greater the chance for the victim to pay the ransom money. Okay, if you fail to pay the ransom money, but your data will still be encrypted and you cannot use it, and they will lose money from your client, and you will lose your client also. So from 2017, it is being increased, and here you can see the line. This line is the number of computers attacked and targeted organization, not a single computer. It is a targeted organization. It is growing, being on growing. From here, you can see 0 to 207 targeted organizations are there, and this is being increased day by day. State-sponsored cybersecurity warfare. Okay, so there won't be any stoppage between the Western and the Eastern powers in the attempts to find superiority. The tension between the US and the Iran or the Chinese hackers often creates worldwide news, though the attackers are few. They have a significant impact on events such as the elections. So during elections, if the ballot machine is hacked, it will create a very big mm, it will create a very big impact on the result published, and obviously the person who doesn't have the support of the people can won the election. Okay, so and with more than 70 elections bounded to be held this year, in the upcoming years, okay, criminal activities during this time will surge. It will increase. So expect high profile data breaches and political and industrial secrets to top cybersecurity trends for 2022. So here is some of the breaches still from 2010 to 2017 have been recorded here, but still more happened after 2018 to still now happen. But for your at this moment, I'm going to show you the attacks, some attacks from 2010 to 17 only here. At 2010, Stuxnet, the first genuine cyber weapon, was designed to inflict physical damage. In 2014 March, Russian DDoS attack against Ukraine, and March 2014, Russian-based hacking group took down Ukraine's election commission. And the year of 2015, June, Russian hackers infiltrated computer networks of German by Bundestage. In June 2015, Chinese hackers stole 21.5 million records from the US of personal management. And 2016 December, the second Russian caused a power outage in Ukraine. And whereas in 2017, two attacks were happened. One is the WannaCry and a NotPetya. WannaCry ransomware crypto war. And NotPetya in June 2017 is the first major instance of the weaponized ransomware. So last but not the least is the insider threat, in which the human errors is still one of the primary reason for the data breach. So whatever it is in your organization, if because of the human error, the data breach may occur. So that is also uh, that is a very big and the last aspect of the error which cannot be mitigated, because if your employee is trying to breach your system, we need to protect it based on the behavior or the activity. Okay, but still, if they have access to the data, they can sell it outside. Okay, so any bad day or international loopholes can bring down a whole organization with the millions of. So reported by Verizon in data breach gives a strategic insight on cybersecurity trends that the employees directly or indirectly made 34% of the total attack. So in an industry, 34% of the whole out of 100, 34% of the total attack is done by the internal employees. So directly they might know me, they might have done intentionally or unintentionally. Some outsiders can use their account. So obviously, if I'm working in a company and my credentials have been leaked and some other person are using my credentials and you accessing the data and breaching it, means it is an inside attack only, because that attack will comes under my account because my data is breached. So make sure you create more awareness within the premises to safeguard the data in every way possible. So here you can see the percentage level due to the insider attacks. 50% of the organizations uh, suffered operational disruptions, and 48% saw loss of critical data and IPs, and 37% experienced damage to their brand. So here you can see types of inside attacks. This is the last slide. So there will be a opportunist. So if I am an employee, if I get an opportunity to do some work to increase my financial growth, I'll be using that without the knowledge of the company. So that is opportunistic and calculated attacks. Someone will be keep on waiting They will do some calculations, and that is a kind of attackers. Okay, they will be calculated and emotional attackers. Someone is being not satisfied with your company, or a superior or the manager, or they might feel highly stressed because of the work allotted by the company, and that kind of attackers, the emotional attackers and terrorists and digital activists, obviously they will do it for money purpose and friends and relations because of some fun things. They might have do it. So see, if you are using a system, your friend knows your password, then your system is at risk. So when coming to the attackers and breaches, you should be highly secure. You should protect your credentials. You should not leak it to your friends. And that's it for today. These are all the cyber security trends of 2022. And if you have any doubts, you can ask.
Yeah, okay. So one second, I'll give mic option to everyone so they can.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, participants, if you have any query, any comments, please can you can give it. You can please unmute and talk.